The Trump administration is known for its whirlwind nature. Staff shakeups are common. Yet the recent announcement regarding Michael Waltz still sent shockwaves through Washington. Waltz, who served as Trump's national security advisor, is being nominated for the prestigious role of U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. This move comes after a relatively short but turbulent tenure in his current position. Waltz, a former Green Beret with a reputation for being a straight shooter, seemed to have the president's ear. However, recent events appear to have shifted the dynamic. Waltz's departure is not entirely unexpected. Whispers of tension within the administration have been circulating for weeks. The president, known for his demand for absolute loyalty and his aversion to negative press, has been reportedly dissatisfied with Waltz's handling of a recent security breach. While the details remain murky, it's clear that this incident played a significant role in Trump's decision. The move to the UN, while a promotion on paper, could be interpreted as a way to sideline Waltz while keeping him within the administration's fold. The president's decision to nominate Waltz for the UN ambassadorship is a strategic one. It allows Trump to remove Waltz from the immediate spotlight while simultaneously filling a crucial diplomatic post. Waltz, with his military background and understanding of global affairs, could prove to be a valuable asset at the United Nations. However, his recent misstep casts a shadow over his nomination and raises questions about his judgment. The coming weeks will reveal whether Waltz can overcome this setback and secure the Senate's confirmation. At the heart of Waltz's sudden shift lies a seemingly innocuous mistake with potentially significant consequences. In March, Waltz, using the encrypted messaging app Signal, inadvertently added a reporter to a private group chat. This group, composed of high-ranking officials, including the president himself, frequently discussed sensitive national security matters. The reporter, unaware of the group's true nature, remained silent. However, the potential for a catastrophic leak, one that could compromise ongoing operations and damage international relations, was undeniable. The incident, quickly dubbed Signalgate by the media, sent shockwaves through Washington. While no classified information was leaked, the breach exposed a glaring vulnerability within the administration's communication protocols. Critics were quick to point out the irony of an administration obsessed with leaks falling victim to such a careless mistake. The incident raised serious questions about Waltz's judgment and ability to handle sensitive information, especially given his position as National Security Advisor. The Signal mishap, though seemingly minor in the grand scheme of things, exposed a deeper issue within the Trump administration: a casual approach to cybersecurity and information handling. Despite repeated warnings from intelligence agencies about the vulnerability of communication platforms, senior officials continued to rely on apps like Signal for official business. This laxity, coupled with Waltz's misstep, created a perfect storm for potential disaster. The incident served as a wake-up call, forcing the administration to reevaluate its security protocols and the competency of those entrusted with sensitive information. The immediate aftermath of the Signal incident was one of controlled chaos. The White House, known for its rapid response to perceived threats, went into damage control mode. Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany, back for a second stint in the role, was peppered with questions about the incident and Waltz's future. McEnany, known for her unflinching defense of the president, maintained that no sensitive information had been compromised and that appropriate measures were being taken to prevent future occurrences. However, the air was thick with speculation. Behind closed doors, the president was reportedly furious. Trump, never one to tolerate mistakes, especially those that reflected poorly on his administration, was said to be considering Waltz's immediate removal. However, cooler heads prevailed, urging the president to wait for the full picture to emerge before taking drastic action. The incident, however, undoubtedly strained the relationship between the president and his national security advisor, casting a long shadow over Waltz's future in the administration. The fallout from the Signal mishap extended beyond the White House walls. Lawmakers, both Democrats and Republicans, expressed concern over the incident, calling for a thorough investigation and a review of the administration's security protocols. The media, sensing a scandal, seized on the story, dissecting every detail and speculating about the potential damage. The incident, though seemingly minor on the surface, had the potential to snowball into a full-blown crisis for the Trump administration. President Trump, never one to shy away from the spotlight, addressed the signal incident in his own characteristic fashion through a series of tweets and off-the-cuff remarks to reporters. Initially, Trump defended Waltz, calling him a good man who made a mistake. He downplayed the incident, stating that nothing happened and that the media was blowing it out of proportion. However, as the days turned into weeks and the media scrutiny intensified, Trump's tone shifted. In an interview with The Atlantic, Trump struck a more measured tone, acknowledging that the signal incident was not good. He admitted that Waltz screwed up, but maintained that he had learned his lesson. Trump's evolving response to the incident, from initial dismissal to begrudging acknowledgement, reflected the delicate balancing act he faced, protecting his administration from further scrutiny while simultaneously addressing a legitimate security breach. Trump's public defense of Waltz, while initially unwavering, gradually softened as the gravity of the situation sank in. The president, known for his quick temper and even quicker trigger finger when it came to firing staff, surprised many by sticking with his national security advisor. However, the incident clearly left a mark. Trump's subsequent decision to nominate Waltz for the UN ambassadorship, while presented as a promotion, could be interpreted as a strategic move to distance Waltz from the center of power without completely severing ties. Section 5. Rubio steps in. Vance believes that the current policies are not just ineffective, but actually counterproductive. He argues that a new approach is urgently needed, one that addresses the root causes rather than just the symptoms. In his view, only by tackling the underlying issues can real progress be made. Looking forward, the challenges are immense, but so are the opportunities. The road ahead is fraught with obstacles, yet it also offers a chance for transformative change. Leaders and citizens alike must come together to navigate this complex landscape, finding common ground and forging a path toward a better future. The Senate, as a pivotal institution, holds a significant responsibility in shaping the nation's direction. Its members must weigh their decisions carefully, considering the long-term implications for both the country and their constituents. The Senate's role is not just to legislate, but to lead with integrity and vision. As history unfolds, the legacy of today's decisions will be judged by future generations. The balance between progress and preservation, between innovation and tradition, hangs in the balance. It is a moment of profound importance, where every choice can shape the legacy we leave behind.